Om Shanti and good morning. There was a religious man and he would go to attain spiritual discourses every day. That was his routine. Early in the morning, he would go to his guru to attend spiritual talks. And he was doing this from very long time. And in his house, there was a cage. And in that cage, there was a parrot. Every time the parrot would see this religious man going to the holy discourses, one day that parrot asked that man, would you do one thing for me? Since you are going to your guru, would you ask him, what is the way of my mukti, my liberation? So the religious man said, okay, I will ask. So he goes to the holy discourse one day, and after the lecture, he asks his guru, my parrot has asked, what is the way to liberation? So that guru suddenly becomes silent, doesn't speak a single word, and suddenly faints and falls down. The man is amazed to see such weird behavior, but without speaking much, he comes back home. The parrot asks, what happened? Did you ask my question? The man says, yes, I asked you a question, but my guru did not say anything. He just fainted and fell down. The next day, early morning, when that religious man wakes up, he finds that the parrot is dead inside the cage. He feels very sorrowful. He opens the door of the cage, takes out that parrot, and suddenly the parrot flies off in the sky. And the parrot says, you go to the holy company, holy discourse every day, but you could not understand what your guru said. And I understood just by signal. When you asked what is the path of my liberation, your guru fell unconscious and fainted. In that way, he gave me the direction that if I faint, if I become unconscious, if I make the imitation of dying, I might get free. So that's how the parrot does the next day. He shows as if he has died, and then the moment the door is opened, he starts flying. So that was the path to liberation. And he says, you go to holy discourses every day, but you would not understand this simple thing, and I could understand just by signal. And that's why there is no transformation in you. Even though you are going every day to attend everyday Murli class from many years, but no transformation inside, and the speaker is giving so many instructions, and nobody can teach you the way the Father teaches you. Today Baba said that. And now you are in the company of the truth. So we will discuss today something about the company of truth, the canopy of the company of truth. Truth. The company of truth itself is a canopy of protection. So today's Murli starts with Beautiful statement. Sweet children, this is the true company of the truth for ascending. You have now come into the company of the true Father. Therefore, never keep the company of falsehood, the company of the truth, the company of the Supreme. When I forget that God is my supreme companion, I feel lonely. It's a very beautiful statement. When I forget that God is my supreme companion, I feel lonely. So we are in the company of the Supreme. We are in the company of the truth. We are in the company of the highest. We are in the company of the sweetest. Baba said in today's Murli that nobody is as sweet as Baba. We are in the company of the holiest. He is the highest of the high. So company colors. When you are colored in the company of one Father, no company of the world affects you. Maya cannot pull you down. This company of the truth is for ascending. The company of the Maya is for descending. So what company I am keeping? What colors I am getting colored with? In this Brahmin life, company is very important. Company doesn't mean just the people, the persons you live with. It also means the thoughts you entertain, the emotions which are there in your heart, the awareness, the company of memories, the company of your imagination, the company of your dreams, the company of your drishti, the company of your relationships. What all things are there? These all things constitute company. Your bhavana, emotions, viewpoints, perspectives, everything constitute company. So we have to stay in the company of the truth. So when they talk of colors, 7 colors are very famous. They talk of 7 colors. The rainbow consists of 7 colors. So in this Brahmin life also, we should be colored by 7 different types of companies. So what are the companies we should have in Brahmin life? In Hindi it is known as Saptarang, 7 colors. In Hindi, holy company is known as Satsang. So Satsang, Sata means true, truth. There are 2 words. One is Sata, another is Satya. There is a difference in the 2 words. Satya means truth. Sata means that which is truth all the time. That which is truth in the past, that which was truth in the past, that is truth now, and which will remain truth throughout. When truth stays as truth in all the 3 aspects of time, it is known as Sata. And truth itself is known as Satya. So it is known as Sata Sangha, the company of the truth, the company of the true. So in this Brahmin life, we have to seek 7 different types of companies. The first is the company of the Father. And this is the highest company. No human being can replace, supplant him. He is irreplaceable. Someone has said a very beautiful thing. If you give to God second place in life, you give him no place. First my job, then God. First my family, then God. You have to give him the first place in life. In Bible, there's one statement. God says, I the Lord, thy God, am a jealous God. Don't try to love anyone other than me. I, thy God, the Lord, am a jealous God. I will feel jealous if you love someone else. And that's why there is one more statement in Bible where Jesus says, if you love your mother and father more than me, you are not worthy of me. If you love your brother and sister more than me, you are not worthy of me. Love me above all. So the first company is the company of the Father. The first company is the company of the highest, the supreme, the greatest, the holiest, the divine providence, the ultimate. No other company in the world can be compared with this company. This is the most invisible company and yet the most palpable. To be in his company all the time, to feel his invisible presence as I move around, as if some divine canopy is moving overhead me. It is said that when Prophet Muhammad used to walk in that desert, Arabian desert, scorching heat of the sun, parched up land, no water, clouds would move over him, providing him shade. But those clouds were not visible to others. Only he would see them. Allah, God, Jehovah, whatever you call, he would protect him like that. So when you are with him, you receive an invisible security, protection. He becomes the mantle of protection. He becomes the canopy of protection. He safeguards you from all the onslaughts of Maya, from all the attacks of your enemy. So keep his company. And to keep his company means, what does it mean? Suppose you have to go from here to some other place and somebody accompanies you. How are you aware of his presence? You are going to some place in car, somebody is sitting by you. So how are you aware of his presence? You keep on talking with him. One. You chit chat with him. You keep on asking with him. You're asking something to that person. You start sharing something with that person. So to be in Father's company means to keep on talking with him throughout the day. To be in Father's company means to keep on calling him throughout the day. To be in Father's company means to keep on thanking him again and again throughout the day for every small thing he has done unto us. So frequent thanksgiving. In some countries they keep gratitude journal. What is gratitude journal? At the end of the day, I thank my family, I thank my father, I thank my wife, I thank my husband, I thank my children, I thank the divine providence, I thank nature, I thank my boss, I thank the man who insulted me because he taught me to go within, thanking everyone. That's known as gratitude journal. So express your sense of gratitude again and again. Keep on talking with him, invoking him, calling him, asking for his help, thanking him, staying combined with him, feeling his presence, feeling his rays of protection. This is the first company of Brahmin life, company of God. They lived with God. There is a book in English about some devotees. The name of the book is They Lived with God. You can get that book somewhere here. Whilst coming, we saw Ramakrishna Math ashram. You can get that book there. They lived with God. So the first company is the company of the Father. He is not just the Father, but He is related to us as mother, as a child, as a friend, as a beloved. In Madhuban, we have a small group of effort makers. In that group, we have made a list of 108 relationships with Father. How He is related to me. He is the gardener. He is the surgeon. He is the supreme counselor. He is the Santa Claus, and so on. He is the architect. He is the washerman. He is the laundryman. He is the tailor. He is the boatman. Whatever professions that exist in the world, He is that. He is the driver. He is the pilot of my plane. He is the housekeeper. He is my bodyguard. He is my watchman. In this way, there are about 108 relationships with Baba. Not just the one, not just the three, or not just the 8, but you can have as many relationships as possible. He is the kingmaker. He is the maid. He is the nurse. He is the psychiatrist. He is the supreme physician. He is the financial consultant. He teaches you finance. So many relationships with Him. So the first company is the company of the Father. Means to be with Him. We live, we move and have our being in Him. Rock of ages, cleft for me, let me hide myself in Thee. There is an English poem that says, Rock of ages, cleft for me, let me hide myself in Thee. Let me remain hidden in You, so that I remain protected from the wind, tornado, hurricane of Maya. I remain safe in You, with You. We live, we move, we have our being in Him. We have everything in Him. We have everything in Him. We have everything from Him. We have everything for Him. Our world starts and ends with Him. We are like the fish in water. A fish is asked, what is water? Fish said, I don't know what is water, because I never heard of it. So it went and asked bigger fish, what is water? The bigger fish said, even I never heard of it. But they suggested to go and ask the fish of river. Probably they are Jnani souls. They might tell you. So she went and asked the fish of the river. The river fish said, even I don't know, but go to headquarters, means ocean. There are many Jnani souls, many Jnani fish there. So the small fish go to the river. From river, she reaches the ocean. And there is a big fish. And she asked that fish, what is water? The big fish says, even I did not know, but once I heard some of the fishermen, they were talking about it. That water is life and life is impossible without it. And I have one experience when they caught hold of me and when they pulled me out of water and I was in their net and I was struggling and somehow I jumped back. For the first time I realized what is water. So if you want to know what is water, go out of this water. Where you live, this is the water. Above, below, right, left. Water is your world. If you go out of him, you die. In the similar manner, Baba is your world. In the similar manner, God is your world. The world where you live, the water where you live, the ocean where you live is He. If you want to know who is He, try going out of Him. Don't try that. Learn from the bigger fish of headquarters. So He is, we are the fish living in one ocean, and the name of the ocean is God. We live in Him, we move in Him, we have our being in Him, and without Him we are nothing. First company. The second company is company of Father's knowledge. Company of Father's knowledge. That means Gyan. Gyan means Murli. The company of Murli. There was one Murli where Baba said, to remember Baba and to remember Baba's Gyan, which is more beneficial? What is more? Baba's Gyan. Baba had said Baba's Gyan, to remember Baba's Gyan is more beneficial than remembering Baba. There was one Murli like this. Wait for that Murli, it will come in next few years. And when it comes, then you can remember. Yeah? Yeah. So when you remember, to remember Baba sometimes is difficult. He's point of light. And we don't have to remember as if they remember on the path of bhakti. It's not that remembrance. So remember Baba's Gyan is better, is easier. So remembering Gyan, understanding Gyan, going into the depth of Gyan, loving Gyan. Company of knowledge. Keep on churning points of knowledge throughout the day. It's not that you churn only in the morning or evening. Throughout the day, keep on thinking of some or other point of knowledge. What did Baba say? What he said? What is this pomp of knowledge? What is science? What is silence? What is spiritual knowledge? What is birthright? What is truth? Keep on, take some points from. Soundless chant is Anhadnath, is Ajapa Jap. In Hindi it is known as Ajapa Jap. There are two types of chanting. One is with three types of chantings. One is Shiv, 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 Shiv. This is, sound is there and lips are moving. So this is one jap. The second jap means telling the rosary. To tell the rosary is jap, to chant something. So first is with lips and sound. Second is only with lips. Sound is very less, only lips. The third is no sound, no lips. You are doing it in the mind. That is known as the soundless chant, Ajapa Jap. This Ajapa Jap word has come for the first time in Sikh literature. Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji has used it. That remember Sahib, the Lord. Remember Him with Ajapa Jap. Ajapa means which you are not chanting and yet you are chanting. So it is known as soundless chant. It is known as the soundless sound. The wordless word. The voiceless voice. The pathless path. The gateless gate. Different names are there. So that is Baba said today. Keep on doing. That has come in the essence also. Chant the soundless chant internally. continue to chant the soundless chant internally. So keep on remembering Baba. You don't have to keep on saying Baba, 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 Baba. So Baba is saying that's a higher stage actually. You can begin with saying like a devotee, and then it will become an internal chant. First there should be external chant. Internal chant is a very higher stage. In India there was a saint called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Have you heard of him? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He was the pioneer of bhakti. It's from him that Meera got initiated. It's from him that the wave of bhakti spread, devotion spread. He was the one who started chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And have you heard of ISKCON? Yes. ISKCON, Hare Krishna. He is the progenitor. He is the forefather of that movement. Even Prabhupada was now, but he derived all inspiration from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he would go on the streets with his drums chanting Hare Krishna like that. So that was way back in 14th or 15th century. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was an ardent devotee of Shri Krishna, and he would pass through 3 stages in life. The first stage of his life was when he is chanting the name of Krishna loudly. He is going on the streets and chanting Krishna and dancing and swinging. First stage. Second, when he is not chanting, but internally he is saying Krishna, oh Krishna, oh Krishna. He is missing him. He is in the stage of separation. Pangs of separation he is experiencing. And the third stage, he is in just samadhi, lying still, not doing anything. We are the 3 stages. Outside, when he is in the consciousness, full aware, he is chanting his name. Second, he is missing him. Third, he is just not doing anything. That's a very high stage. He is absolutely merged in him. If you divide, the world philosophies can be divided in 3 parts. First, the path of bhakti. Second, the path of sannyas. Third, Brahma Kumaris. These are the 3 divisions of the world. The 3 divisions have 3 final stages. What is the final stage of bhakti? God, Bhakt, Bhagwan. Bhakt, Bhagwan and Bhakti, they become one. Like those gopis, they start behaving like Krishna. As if the gopis have become Krishna. So the highest stage of bhakti is when a devotee becomes God. That is the highest stage of bhakti. Now come to sannyas. Sannyas, the highest stage is samadhi. Samadhi means they got merged. Nirvikalpa samadhi, they become one. And the highest stage of Brahma Kumaris is to become like the Father. So these are the 3 stages. Even in the bhakti, there are 3 more stages. Jesus Christ is asked, who are you? He says, I am son of God. God is different, I am different. So dualistic religion. Then he is asked how you are related to him. He says, my Father is in me and I am in my Father. My Father is in me and I am in my Father. This is the second stage. Slightly ahead of the first stage. The third stage, but where is your Father and what is your bond? He says, my Father and I are one. The final stage. That is samadhi. That is the father-like stage in our terms. We become like the Father. So the second company is the company of this knowledge. This knowledge is the highest of the high knowledge. There is no other knowledge in the world which can be compared with this knowledge. Today in Blessing, Baba said they have science, they can catch things, but they cannot, with the science you cannot catch soul. The flight of the soul is impossible. It's only and only with the power of silence which impossible can be made possible. When the people in the world consider it to be impossible, is possible for you. So that's why imbibe the power of silence and become an easy yogi. The impact of the power of silence also happens through the power of silence. The impact of the power of... So, what Baba is saying, whereas the science has failed, you can do whatever you want with the power of silence. So speed up the flight of the soul with the power of silence. So this knowledge is the highest. That's why how much attention one should pay to this knowledge. Keeping company of knowledge means keep on remembering points. writing down points, remembering points, revising Murli, discussing Murli, brainstorming, mind mapping, many other methods are there. Keep on doing something or other throughout the day, so that it should not happen that by the end of the day, if somebody asks you what was in today's Murli, oh, everything is gone, flat, and nothing I know, blank, absolutely blank. Only thing I remember that it was very good, that's it. But just don't ask what was it. Definitely it was the best Murli. And sister explained it so nicely, but just don't ask a single word about it. So that's the place where we are. What is power? Which? S? Siddhi. Oh, Siddhi. Siddhi are psychic powers. Siddhi. Yeah. Baba has mentioned, recently there was an Avyakta Murli on last few Sundays back. So Baba often talks of Siddhi as success, but the success is the very poor translation of the word Siddhi. Siddhi doesn't mean success. Siddhi Swarup doesn't mean embodiment of success. Siddhis are very different. Siddhis, there are 8 Siddhis, like Anima or Garima. To become very small, to become very big. To become very light, to become very heavy. To get whatever you want, Ashitva, Vashitva. You control everything, and whatever you desire, you get it. So there are 8 types of Siddhis, like walk on the water, walk on the air, Akash Gaman, Sanjeevani Vidya, somebody is dead, you make him alive. These are all the Siddhis. It is the power of the soul. These are the psychic powers, like Uri Geller. He turned the spoon. So these are known as Siddhis. So any person, any sadhak who will practice spiritual sadhana or efforts, he will gradually acquire those Siddhis. But then those Siddhis sometimes become cause of fall in spiritual. It's not a cult. It's not a cult. Anybody, even all those who are sitting, we all must be having some Siddhis. But if you make a show off of those Siddhis, we'll come to fall. Like there was a person who had a lot of Siddhis. So one day, he decided, let me see what happens. So there was a boat going on, a ship which was going on in the ocean was there, and he thought, let me try what happens. So he said, and order the wind, stop. He stopped the air, and the air stopped. And all the people who were in that boat, 40 people sailing in that ship, they got drowned. And because of this sin, all his siddhis were left him. Because he committed a sin of killing 40 people. He just wanted to try out his siddhis. So siddhis are dangerous many times. So they have come for the first time in Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. Patanjali has written a book, and the name of that book is Rajyoga. So there are 2 Rajyogas, Rajyoga of Patanjali and Rajyoga of Shiv Baba. That's why Jagdish Bhai had suggested to Baba, should we change the word Rajyoga? Baba said no. He suggested, let us call it complete yoga rather than calling it Rajyoga. Because when you say Rajyoga, people confuse it with Patanjali's Rajyoga. And Patanjali's Rajyoga consists of 8 limbs. Asana, Yam, Niyam. Yesterday we gone to Ananda Marg. They follow this Yam and Niyamas. So Yam, Niyam, Asanas, Pranayamas, Pratyahar, Dhyan, Dharana, Samadhi. These are the 8 limbs of Rajyoga. But our Rajyoga is different. So second is the company of knowledge. The third company is the company of souls. Which souls? Elevated souls. Which souls? Spiritually heightened souls. Souls which higher spiritual caliber. Those souls like our dadis, seniors of the yajna, those who have dedicated their complete lives for this yajna, those who are at a very higher platform of purity, of consciousness, keep their company. That is the company of the truth. Because it is a bad company that makes you fall. So when you are constantly in company of such higher people, you become like them. You try to imitate them. You try to mimic them, emulate them. you try to follow them. Definitely when you are in such company. So the third company one should keep in life is the company of highly spiritual minded people. Those who are very much introverted, those who love silence, those who have a lot of interest in Gyan and yoga, such people. That is the company of the truth. That is the third company. The fourth is the audio-visual company. That's little modern company. That is a modern company of the truth. When you cannot have such souls with you, at least have their audios, their sound, their voice, or you can see their picture. So keep on listening to some or other class every day. Make it a goal that every day you listen one class and keep on churning throughout the day. So one Murli, one class, and if possible one Avyakta Murli. So task is too much. So, but one class is must, and you can go for a walk and listen the class. You are traveling, listen the class, earphone, put the earphone and listen the class, so that you are not wasting your time. So audio visual company, that is the fourth type of company. Then the fifth company is the company of place. Place. Whenever you feel depressed, change the place. Go to those places with strong magnetic spiritual powers. And the greatest place is Madhuban. But it may not be possible every time to go to Madhuban. So search other place. The second place is center. This is also mini Madhuban. The third place is temples. Any spiritual places. There are so many temples in the world. So many spiritual sites are there. Pilgrimage sites are there. You can just go and sit there. If you are feeling depressed, if you are feeling attacked by waste thoughts, just go somewhere and sit there. Even though they are not telling you knowledge, but definitely there are pure vibrations there. Because they are devotees. They don't know God, but they are still having pure vibrations there. So seek the company of place. That is the company of the truth. Yeah. So there are multiple reasons. The metals which are made and they have got the specific vibrations. So they have a cooling effect. Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of things are there. Lot of different philosophies of Vastu Shastra and those Feng Shui. Many things are there like that. How much true that I don't know. But definitely they have a very cooling effect, soothing effect, spiritual effect on you. If you go and sit in some temple. I'm not telling you to start worshipping or do arti. Just remember Baba. You can remember Baba anywhere. Go in any ashrams. There are so many ashrams, bhakti ashram. Yeah. Yeah, very nice. This Murugan temple, which is right now in front of the temple of this center, you go there, you will feel divine vibrations. I have never gone, but I can tell you. So, spiritual places. Seek the company of place is very important. And then next group, next highest company is the company of nature. Nature. Go and search and sit near some ocean, some mountain, some stream, some lake. If nothing is available, terrace. That's there all the time. If that is not available, road. Morning hours. Calm, quiet, nobody is there. So seek nature. Go near nature. Listen the voices of nature, the sibilance of night, the soundless chant of nature, the chirping of the birds, the rustling of the leaves, the falling of the rains, the moving of the clouds, the rising of the sun, the setting of the sun, the floating clouds and the dancing moon, the dancing rays of the sun, anything. Nature, company is the company of the truth. Sunrise, just go and stand and see the sunrise. It will have soothing effects on you. Maybe the atmosphere early in the morning, very high concentration of oxygen, so your lungs get purified more, and vitamin D and many other things like that. But morning hours are unpolluted hours. Worldly people are sleeping, so their tamopradhan vibrations are not in the air. And as Baba often says, it is a refreshing time. Wake up early in the morning. Baba, many times he says in the Murli, wake up early in the morning, go on the terrace and move. So that will have a very refreshing, soothing effect on the soul. So the fifth company is the company of the nature. Sixth company. And the last company, this is a little different company. This is the Sakash group. Seek at Amrit Vela, emerge all your devotees and be in their company and give them Sakash. Emerge the suffering souls of the world and give them vibrations of peace. I will call this the Sakash group, the persons whom you have to give Sakash, vibrations. So service through the mind. Even this company is needed. Why? Because we are the highest and the purest souls. Emerge all the impure souls of the world and send them vibrations of purity. Emerge the impure souls, the people working in this cinema and so many other things, the prostitutes. What are they doing? The business of the body, the flesh business, the highest form of body consciousness. Who will make them soul conscious if not we? We have to give them Sakash of purity, of peace, of happiness. Emerge all the dissatisfied soul. Yesterday we had a talk in that Penang Hindu Endowment Center. After the talk, one young man I met, and he was so much interested, not in Gyan, but what he said was, he asked me how much time is remaining for the destruction of the world. And he himself said, I don't think it is more than 40 years. I said, even that is more. He did not have any knowledge. He doesn't know anything, but he was talking on basis of global warming, terrorism, third world war. And he was saying me, I don't think the world is going to continue. As you mentioned, the world is already, it is Kali Yuga. He is not a spiritual person. He has not read any scriptures, nothing. But just he said, I feel internally that world is not going to last more than 40 years. I said, it must be even lesser than that. He said, oh, really? I said, yes. For details, you do the course. So the company of these souls, these emerge those souls in the morning, be in their company, those who are invisible. Those, you are no contact with them, but they are suffering in the world. What I am doing for those souls, for the poor, for the dissatisfied, for this unsatisfied, for this unhappy, peaceless souls, those countries who are at war at present, those countries who are preparing for war at present, what is my responsibility? What I should do for them? At least give them some vibrations of peace, purity, happiness, love. Those who are nurturing hatred in their hearts, let me sow love in their hearts. So these are the company of the truth. The first, Father. Second, His knowledge. Third, souls, elevated souls. Then, audio visual. And then, place. And then, nature. And last, the Sakash group. Emerge them, be in their company. This last group is, it's not for our sake. It's for their sake. I want to be in their company. Yeah. Yeah, you have to visualize. Visualize different groups. First group, a group of peaceless souls. They are very peaceless. See them, they are peaceless. You don't have to just visualize, see their subtle bodies and they are crying. subtle bodies. See them crying. Emerge second group, unhappy souls. Third group, impure souls. Fourth group, dissatisfied souls. Emerge these souls. And accordingly give them vibrations. Vibrations of peace, purity, contentment, love. Emerge the group who are about to wage a war. Emerge 5 continents. Go over Europe, then America, then Africa, then Asia, and then Australia. So there are 5 continents. There are 5 oceans. 5 oceans. Europe, America, South Africa, Asia, and Australia. These are the 5 continents. Sometimes they make 7 continents if you divide America into Northern America and Southern America. So that becomes 6. And sometimes they include Antarctica. So there are 7 continents. But in fact, there are total 5 continents. Europe, America, South Africa, Asia, and Australia. Australia alone is a continent. So these are the 5 continents. Go over each continent. Like go over Africa, give vibrations of peace. Go over Europe, give vibrations of love. Go over Australia, send them vibrations of purity or power or happiness or peace, whatever. So 5 continents. There are 5 oceans. The first, Indian Ocean. The second, Atlantic Ocean. The third, Pacific Ocean. The fourth, Southern Ocean down. And fifth, Arctic Ocean. So there are 5 oceans, 5 continents, Arctic Oceans. Southern Ocean. Southern Ocean. Just below this, where you are. Malaysia. You can do one thing. You give Sakash to 3 groups now. First, political. Second, religious. And third, science. So, Dharma Satta, Raj Satta, Vigyan Satta. These are the 3 sattas, 3 authorities. Divide them early in the morning. I myself have done this for many years. Early in the morning, emerge all the scientists, give them Sakash. Emerge all the political leaders, give them Sakash. All political parties, not just one. Do you think others are better? Scientists, give them vibrations of pure and positive vibes. That's it. When you don't understand what Sakash to give, use these 2 words, positive and pure vibrations. And pure vibrations. That's it. Pure and vibrations I am giving to scientists, religious leaders, all the Shankaracharyas, gurus, and all sum total of all gurus, all devotees. So in these 3 groups, everything comes. You can have 4th group also, military group. Army, Navy, Air Force, even those people need Sakash. So these are the 7 companies. So today I'll read once again. Baba said, "Sweet children, this is the true company of the truth for ascending. You have now come into the company of the true Father. Therefore, never keep the company of falsehood." So keep the company of truth. Automatically you get rid of the company of the falsehood. So I think, Sakash, I think that's a very big topic, very big subject. One double foreigner group, I had done a session on Sakash for 1.5 hours long back. The name of the class is Power of Sakash. That was in 2016. So I can forward you that, but I think we have another session. Procrastination. See, Sakash means vibrations. There are 4-5 questions in Sakash. First, what is Sakash? Second, what are the qualifications needed for Sakash giver? Who are the eligible soul for Sakash? Who can receive the Sakash? Fourth, what is the method to give Sakash? Fifth, how do I know that my Sakash has reached? I have given, but whether it has gone, where it has gone, how do I know? What is the proof that my Sakash has reached the person I have given him Sakash? And what are the benefits of Sakash? And seventh, what are the difficulties in giving Sakash? So these are some of the 5-7 questions regarding Sakash. I think we will discuss this in next class tomorrow. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, it's there. It's there. Yeah, it's there under English section. Right. Yeah, there's an English section in that group. Power Angel of Shiva.com. There's a website you can get all those English classes. So in Gyan. Om Shanti and good morning. There was a religious